Boys are.
Okay, so good morning to your beautiful
viewers.
Yeah.
And in brief, Bus Stop Boys is a group of intellectuals because largely the least among the group is a student. Everybody has a day job, and we have decided to come together as a way, as a response to our youth anthem that says, "Arise, Ghana youth, for your country."
Wow.
Because keenly, we are also looking at it from a point where we add 50 years to what we are now. If what is going on continue to go on for the next 50 years, then who will suffer the most will be you and I, who are now in our 20s, our 30s, and our 50s. If you get to the point where you put maize or corn down there and it lands on a plastic, that means we are going to starve. So we are saying that in as much as we want leadership to do what they can, we form the majority. So if we, the majority, will front issues and solve them, then the peace, of course, will come to all of us. Because, of course, even if you put a magician to change the economy to the best economy with a bad mindset, you will mess everything up. So we are trying to send a message to every youth, every Ghanaian out there that regardless of where you are and where you live, generally, this is Ghana. And when Ghana goes bad, we are all, there is no Ghana. Like, that's the end of all of us. So there's the need for us to indeed go back to visit or go back to that spirit of Ghanaian or volunteerism back in the 90s, where people can rise up on the spirit of volunteerism and assist or help tidy up our environment and many other things, because we believe that patriotism is an end solution to all our problems we are facing as a people. Because if I'm patriot enough and I have to sign a contract on behalf of the country, I'm not going to limit my conscience within my 10% that I'm getting, but I'm going to go beyond my 10% and see the end result that comes to Ghana at large. Of course, if we are patriotic, Galamsey will not be in existence.
Exactly.
Brilliant idea, man.
Exactly. But I would like to find out your names and also your
personal
positions,
names.
your positions as in Bus Stop Boys. I would like to find out who you are and what you're doing.
I am Heneba Kojosafo and
Heneba Kojosafo.
No, Heneba. My dad doesn't have
Heneba Kojosafo.
And I completed University of Ghana in 2016, and I practiced civil engineering. So as at now, I'm a civil engineer by practice.
Wow.
Okay.
But then now I'm full-time Bus Stop Boys, and I'm the founder and the leader of the Bus Stop.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. What about you, sir?
Okay, I'm James Safo.
Okay.
James Nanaya Safo.
James Nanaya Safo.
I completed UPSA 2019.
Wow.
And I did business administration.
Business administration.
I work with a marketing firm.
Wow.
But I'm now full-time Bus Stop.
Wow, full-time. You are
So
all
you're
now
both
full-time.
graduates?
Anyway, how did you start the bus stop?
Yes.
The whole idea. How did it come up? How did it come up? The whole idea. Like, I don't understand. So, viewers, you're still watching Healthy Money right here on HSTV. In fact, we have the Bus Stop Boys here. In fact, these people are doing amazing.
Exactly.
Initially, I thought that these people probably someone just woke up one morning and said, let's go here and work it out and just sweep the street. But it will interest you that Ansana is like a thought through thing. They stood up and said, oh, we have to find a day to do this. And Charlie, all the boys, we say them no get job do, them get job like correct job do. We still now them say they be patriotic enough, and so they are going to do this to actually help Ghana. In fact, you need to send them a message or reach them good. In fact, we'll open the phone lines in no time. And if you're watching us and you're stepping out of your house, this is the Healthy Morning Show, and so you have to go on YouTube at HSTV Live GH and stream, share, because we have the boys in the building. Yes, the Bus Stop Boys. In fact, a lot of the artists, celebrities. I know Kobe Che is actually, he's been working with them. Kobe Che has been working with them, and Article 1, even yesterday. We'll talk more about that. And so please go on YouTube, HSTV Live GH, stream, share, and tell your friends to watch this show, because it's going to be amazing.
And comment as well.
And comment as well. And so my guy, how did you get the idea? Because in fact, you are all university graduates. You have your work. And so the whole idea, Ghana, if you say sanitation, you are going to sweep. The idea alone is something else. What actually informed that decision? I know you want to be patriotic, but apart from that, what motivated you to do that?
Okay, so the bigger motivation came from, I tap into an inspiration from Apostle Dr. Engineer Kojo, who consistently, I grew up under his umbrella, and more or less like every time when he meets you, whether in a gathering or a personal visit, he tells you that service to mankind is service to God. So this is what I've been hearing from childhood, and I've grown to realize that if service to mankind is service to God, how do we translate that statement to something practical? So realizing the situation with our environment, and keenly, I love going to the beach. Anytime I get there, I see the debris in the sea, and I'm sad, because in the end, when anybody that believes in honesty will tell you that the sea is the best thing that you can, just looking at it and appreciating God is enough to calm your nerves down. So when I go there and I see those debris, I get sad, and I'm like, how do we solve this problem from the root? Going into beach cleaning will just be like putting plaster. Somebody's head is paining the person, and you just put a plaster. Because in the end, I realized that the chunk of the trash is coming from the dirty communities. So when it rains, it washes all of them and back to the sea. Trying to solve the problem with the root, from the roots, and they realize that yes, the only way out is to make sure the communities are clean. If the communities are clean enough, if it rains, it will definitely not bring debris into the sea. So largely, we are just trying to do, this is our service to mankind and service to God as well. Because I believe that even if I pray the whole day and asking for God's blessing, it will definitely come from a man. So if there's anything I need to do for a man wholeheartedly, whether I get anything in return or not, I should do it proudly, because man is a God representative on earth. So largely service to mankind.
So how many people did you start with?
I started with 7. After, the first one that ever happened was myself and my wife, who did what we have to do before.
Oh, you and your wife?
Yeah, then she was my girlfriend. But
she supported the dream.
Before Mr. Sapo right here.
Mrs. Wright, wherever you are, hi.
And then
you made the right choice.
So we started with 7. And then now we are 100 and almost 21.
Wow.
Okay, please, at what point did you join?
So, as you were saying, he started with his wife, and they came to my place, and he actually described how
the whole idea
and what he wants to do. And honestly, it's actually a good idea and a good initiative. So I just said, okay, bro, let's do it.
All right. So right on you. So one would say that clearing weeds, clearing your gutters, it's just normal. Everybody can just do it. But recently, I've seen some videos where even when you go to some communities and you're trying to clear the weeds and gutters, it's like they don't even give you the opportunity. I saw one that you tried to even get to some districts, and then I think the VIP station, I think there was a video that you asked them for you guys to be able to clear the gutter. I don't know how true that one was, but I think you didn't really get the nod with that. So far, joining the team, what are some of the challenges you faced that you think this is a major setback to the vision?
Alright, for me, I would say the biggest challenge is the mindset of the Ghanaians. Because imagine we cleaning a particular place and within 2 or 3 days, it's actually back to its state. So I would say the biggest problem is the mindset of the Ghanaians. So for us, we are not giving up.
Okay.
We are pushing hard, and we will keep on pushing hard till we get the results we need. Yes.
Logistics. When you talk about logistics, transporting. Now you have grown. The impact is I won't say nationwide, but you're looking at extending across Ghana and beyond. Logistics, how are you able to fund moving this individual from one place to the other, and then for them to work at a particular locality?
For now, we have one, AKUA, that was donated to us by a white man called A1 Diesel.
Okay.
And that is what we are using as at now. But, I believe in a philosophy that if we still put a single one in the earth, and it gives us a lot of it, then the earth itself is an honest creation. Like the environment is very honest.
Okay.
That if anybody wants to also serve the environment in honesty and without necessarily expecting A or B in results.
Okay.
So as long as this is the environment and without it there is no us, they'll find, she or whatever it is will find ways and means to get people on board. So largely we are being supported or being moved by donations that are coming from individuals. So I'll talk about one woman called Nanaya.
Yes.
Well, anytime we have problems and you just phone her, she will just send money as though we have been working into our account, and then Tina Fame, and especially our Ghanaians in the diaspora, because they have the experience of other environment and know what goes into it. A lot of them too are supporting us financially to get the equipment moving. So largely support, and we just hope it gets better.
I know that when you go in the communities and you remove some of the debris from the gutters, there's always the challenge of collecting them and sending them away. On the grounds, in that manner, in this context, what are some of the key problems you think is facing the Ghanaian, the fight against the sanitation in Ghana?
Okay,
I get my point.
Yes.
Yeah.
The key, I would say, the assemblies especially, they really have to add a bit of love to what they do.
Okay.
Because it is only when you have love to what you do that even with or without money, you still want to do something to make sure your jurisdiction is fine. Because indeed, no government can do it all. And government will go, government will come, but assemblies are permanent. And they must be championing what we are doing. But we're also looking at it from the point where there's a flooding or there's a outbreak of cholera. Who suffers the most? It is the average Ghanaian, like myself and every other Ghanaian. So we are saying that forget about them, because the best anybody can do is to give you a student mattress because your room has been flooded. And looking at the cost of television today, are you going to sit down because there's a choke gutter in front of you and watch your room flood and expect a mattress in return? No. So arise, Ghana youth, for your country. And so I would say that if we all can come together in a collective way, then the mindset, like my brother said, is key. Because even if you put a bin somewhere, because of a bad mindset, somebody will end up sending the bin to his or her home to use privately, which is bad. Because no nation is built with that kind of mindset.
Exactly.
And funny enough, the Ghanaian will travel outside Ghana and start behaving right. But right here, because we have no love for what we have, and then we are always aspiring to be somewhere else, forgetting the fact that wherever you want to go, it is the people of that environment that use their hands to create the beauty you are seeing. So yes, there are challenges, but we, the citizens, form the majority, and we must rise up to our problems ourselves.
All right, Safo, he spoke about love. Let's talk about love here. I know this that you're doing is all about love and passion. What is one satisfactory moment for you that you see that this very one that we did, I am so satisfied in my spirit that we've been able to achieve this? Any moment that you can share with us?
Okay, we did a work at St. John's.
Okay.
In front of St. John's.
Is it the senior high school?
St. John's Grammar.
Okay.
Yes,
St. John's Grammar.
St. John's Grammar. And that place was filled with sand.
Okay.
Whilst there is a gutter there. So you will not see there is a gutter there.
Wow.
So we cleared all the sand, and I was actually happy. After the work, I actually told my boss that today because anybody that you see working after the work, anybody that you see, you actually see death.
Wow.
Like if you chopa, no. We that day we actually worked. That was on the 6th March.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Of this year.
Yeah, this 6th March. Oh, okay.
We in fact, yes, sir.
6th March, 6th March, and for air party. Country.
That's wonderful.
Wow.
That day, Charlie. Big ups to all the volunteers that came. Charlie. I mean,
and now I know that we have other people joining you.
Yeah.
So somebody will say, "Oh, are you going this day?" You tell them I'm going here, and they come
and
along.
They join.
I've seen a lot of celebrities.
Yes.
Kobiche #1. I think he's the first celebrity, or I don't know if I'm mistaken. There are other celebrities, but even yesterday also,
Article 1.
I saw Article 1 joining you.
Yeah, that was
I saw the article. It was Friday, last Friday.
Last week Friday.
And so now, how is the fan? I call it a fan base now. Yes, a fan base made of patriotic people, young people that they want to set a pace for the others to follow. Now, what about it's when it comes to the celebrities? Do you call them to join you or they just come?
Anybody that has ever been so far came by will. We have not reached out to anybody, say by force or chinchina coming to our location. Because in the end we are calling for collective responsibility. So all we are saying is that if you are Article 1 or whichever celebrity you are, you have audience, people are listening. So just before you do whatever you do on a daily basis, as being patriotic, speak to your cameras and tell the people who are watching you, do not drop the litter. Because in the end, if you destroy the environment, you can't go to other people, other countries and tell them you are a celebrity. They care less about you because they have their celebrities. So we are saying that collectively, whoever you are, also use your medium to educate the people, because education is the fundamental in what we are doing. With the right education and the right mindset, the environment doesn't generate fields by itself. So I believe that because we are hitting on collective responsibility, they also saw the need to come and show their commitment to the land.
Okay.
And how has been the impact so far with the celebrities?
I would say it's positive. Because an example is we went to Accra to do. We actually did education and picking. And we had Kubolo and his sister, Sister Debbie. And you could see people understood what we were doing, because to see someone like Kubolo and Sister Debbie actually using their hands to pick the rubbish.
All right. Kojo, I saw a post on your platform where you moved to schools and you were educating them about sanitation. When did that want to start, and what is the idea behind that?
Well, the idea is that without sustainability, whatever we are doing is for the cameras, and that is not our interest. So we are looking at a permanent solution to the problem, and you can't take education out of it. So if those of us who are mature today are not willing and ready for change, then why don't we speak to the younger generation? In 10 years, they will be 15 years, they will be 20 years.
Exactly.
So if you can push more of love, more of Ghana to them, then they will be that kind of adult who believes that I have to take care of my environment myself.
Exactly.
And that is the bigger change we are looking at. Because if we should actively put in education for like 10 years or 15 years or even 5 years, then it means that those who are born within the period will be different. Because I remember the era of the Kumkum Bagya and things. After some time, Ghanaians were behaving like the Indians. And I feel like it's a clear example to tell us that if indeed we want to remember who we are and keep to our pace as a people, then we should also focus on pushing a lot of the Ghanaian images to the Ghanaian. They automatically will transform their minds and we will be at peace. So that is the key reason why.
If one wants to join the team, is there any recruitment? How would one be able? Because I'm sure people are watching you. They love what you're doing, but they want to be part of it.
Someone like me, I'm now a member of the Bus Stop Boys. What you're doing is great.
Whenever you are going somewhere, call him.
In fact, she actually told me, you see, before I called, she actually told me that there are some people called Bus Stop Boys that do well. I had seen you on social media. Kobiche has posted you, and I have been following him a lot. And so we have that communication. And I realized that she knew you, and when I went on social media, you guys were doing great. I'm like, no, I have to go and talk to them, and now I have you here. So what you are doing, be encouraged, because you are making impact. And so if somebody like me, of course I have you here, but the other people watching us, how can they be part of you?
Okay, so if you want to be part of us, it first needs you first need you to change how you are seeing everything. If you start seeing everything as you being in charge, sometimes I imagine the whole country as there's nobody. So I imagine myself as the only person in the country with a lot of challenges, and I'm not going to sit down for the challenges to end my life. So how do I solve it? Then I start by contributing my own bit. So if you want to join us, then you also need to start thinking beyond your personal interest. It's not about what you get, but it's about what you can give. So we are saying that if you want to become part of us, sit down in your quiet mood and ask yourself, what can you also do for Ghana, instead of expecting too much from Ghana. And honestly, if you want to start thinking about what you can do for Ghana, naturally you get a lot of ideas, and those ideas will make you who you not even expect to be. Because it's only when you solve problems that you become, let's say, a genius So today we are on television. Somebody sat back and realized that we need something to transform or to transmit images to people at home. And whoever manufactured the camera is now a genius. That is how we think. Way back in, let's say, 20, 30 years ago, there was a guy called Mark Zuckerberg who was thinking of how to unite all his friends on a platform. And we have Facebook. So this is how we are supposed to be thinking. And once you start thinking like this, then you are a bus stop boy. You don't even necessarily have to join us. With this mindset, you can start it wherever you are without coming all the way to Accra to come and join us. On top of that, we are available on all social media platforms as bus stop boys. You check on our platforms, you can see our contact, and you can phone us anytime you are ready to join us. But first and foremost, you need that change of mindset so that you don't come to our location and be begging people for money. We are not motivated by money at all.
Okay. So if someone is watching us, is an investor, he wants to help, like they want to donate something, they want to help, how can they reach you, or what should they do?
Okay, so if you want to invest or to reach us, and we have one number, or we have a number 0546442747, 0546442747. Keenly, we are looking at the sustainability part. So if you get somebody who invests, who will come help invest into education, being it graphics or animation or videos especially, then our interest is the kids, because they are the future, whether we like it or not. At 20, at 30 years, a lot of us will be gone, but these kids will be there. So if we can invest into animation and cartoons, that will gradually transform the minds of the kids. You can go to sleep and come back in 20 years. You might even think that Ghana is US, but Ghana.
Safo, I think we have to take your last words.
What I would say is cleanliness is next to godliness.
Exactly.
So the person who should be sitting next to God must be clean. And we are on this earth, which we ask ourselves, where we did we be clean? You understand? And if imagine say God there, what we see, you know,
it will make happy.
So you just have to be clean. That's
okay.
So Daniel, we like praying a lot, but if God comes here, if God listens to our prayer and just comes sit here right now, will God accept this field we are in as a country?
God will go back.
Don't you think? Because
as he was saying, he actually went to the beach and he saw something that's actually unpleasant. You understand? And the beach too is I would say it's actually a god. And imagine we making that thing filthy or dirty. Just
a scenario. If you see there's no ant here, but let's put sugar here and go and come back later. You see ants will surround the sugar. For the same reason, sugar attracts ants. Cleanliness attracts godliness. So if truly you have problems and you want change, start being clean. You'll be attracted. A lot of good things will attract you, because naturally good things don't like filth. So until you change your filthy lifestyle, you always think that but no, you are dirty, you need to change.
In fact, I wish we can continue this conversation, but you know, they have to also go for another interview, and so I have to leave them here. These are deep thinking people. Wow. I'm impressed. Guys, I'm impressed.
Yes.
You are doing great. These are deep thinking people who think about Ghana. They are saying that if a Ghanaian, a young man, a young woman, so what's an asset? Then you ask yourself, what can I do for Ghana? By not thinking about what Ghana can do for you. You realize that you have a lot of ideas that can actually change the Ghana you want to see. You get it? So Pastor Boys, in fact, go on all their socials. It's Pastor Boys. In fact, I really wanted to continue this conversation.
We just like to encourage them, keep doing the good work, and definitely the reward might not be now, but definitely in some coming years, you're not just impacting community, but even individuals. Some time to come, you have your names in the minds of Ghanaians, and like, okay, this individual, just legends, and that is what we are all hoping for. For
They've motivated me. I have to also start something. I will do that. I will start something. Yes, and so yes, this is the In Focus segment on the healthy morning. This is the Eid al-Fitr edition, and so we have more for you. Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.
The next one is sports.